what do you have to do? What do you need to do to get sponsorship from a major player like StreamYard? Ask.
Answer, seek knowledge, ask.
Ask, right? So, welcome back, everybody. I am so excited to be here with my dear friend Kitty Foss. And today we're talking about nurturing the new.
So much is coming, so much astrologically. Next week, I won't be able to be here because I will be in Quebec City. I'll be in your country.
Oh my gosh. And I'll be over in the BC corridor, further away from you. And
The other
how
side, for those people
exciting.
geographically challenged, we're talking the two different ends of Canada, basically.
Bloods and Crips, East and
Yeah.
West Coast. Yeah, East and West Coast. Cool.
Um,
I've never been to
Quebec
Quebec.
City's in a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
not like PEI or Nova Scotia. It's, um,
No, it's not. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting.
mhm.
Oh, Lacey, good morning. Lacey shows up so often for us, and I appreciate that to the moon and back. It's a wild becoming, right? So it's such an important conversation because every one of us is creating something. Maybe it's a new relationship, new career, habit, business, maybe a new way of thinking, or maybe you're creating a new version of yourself.
Well, and astrologically speaking,
Yes.
we have in the middle of this month this bowl with all of the major themes of your life. So if you don't know your chart, just take a
Oh, call Kitty already. That's it.
um, uh, but it's all the major bigger themes are in this bowl that is being created, and it's air and fire. So you know what air and fire does. And a bowl takes things, remixes them, puts them together. There's a center player there that is Jupiter in Leo, which is all about learning and truth about self. And so this is a huge bowl of not about everyone being called to be who they are and to give up on that their answers all outside of us, because we've been taught that for centuries, that the answers lie somewhere on a cloud with someone imparting great something to us, and it's really our ability to tap into that.
Yes. Yeah, it really, really is. And you know what? The more we know, the easier it is to understand. When I was going through the last moon and it was a Capricorn,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember I was talking to a friend of mine. I was on my patio, she was on her patio, and we were on the phone. And I was so emotional. Like, I mean, I was just like in between weeping and raging and everything. And so she started talking about I'm like, I got my chart. So I went and I got my chart and I had it out there, and then the wind blew, and I'm like, damn you, wind, don't you blow my chart away, right? Like, I'm just like grasping onto it, like the emotions were churning. And I was able to understand my own Capricorn.
Right, where it is placed in your house. Well, it's funny because today I had first thing I did just before we came on here is I was doing my daily update that's on TikTok. And I hit the post that I keep my phone on when I do these, and everything flew off it. I have my own signs on there. I have a whole bunch of little, and I thought, yep, this was necessary. Then I'm looking at the energy, and it is about experiencing. It is about, and we have Venus who's sitting at 29 degrees of Leo. So it really is about experiencing who we are. She moves into Virgo tomorrow. So,
Well, and I watched Jeanette and Shannon's astrology.
mhm.
Off the hook, this stuff,
Oh,
right?
and you know,
Off
it's,
the hook.
I'm really sad because I got, yeah, as you know, got kicked off Facebook. Other people don't know who may be listening to this. I didn't really get kicked off. I got hijacked.
Yes.
And Jeanette had sent me a message to be on that podcast with them.
What? No.
And I didn't get it until after they recorded it. So we're going to do something different. I apologize because we had done the earlier one in the year.
Well,
And
and the way that you and Shannon reflect astrology is so, so, so beautiful.
And it's really because it's looking at the energy that's out there. Everyone's viewpoint is helpful. Everyone from where you stand in the universe because it's their piece of the energy, your paradigm.
Well,
Um,
and that's the beauty of it. Like the the bubble says the exciting part is beginning. And
mhm,
you take someone's input and you listen to it. I was reading my talk to Ralph. I've got a talk coming up on July 15th. It's called More Talks here in Edmonton. And he's like, doesn't sound like you, babe. I'm like, I'm reading it. I'm not. And I'm like, whoa, I'm reading it and I'm not reflecting who I am because I was less comfortable with him in that moment. He's a wonderful listener. He does pinpoint the things. Some people could call that criticism. He pinpoints. Then I read it to Daphne and it flowed much better. I was in a better feeling place. It wasn't Ralph. It wasn't Daphne. It was me. And, the challenging part is remembering that new things need nurturing.
mhm.
We don't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow, or
Right.
do
Well, and we're new. Every single day is an opportunity. And when we truly learn that, nothing is so locked and loaded that we can't listen, that we can't be curious, that you know, um, and sometimes we arrive at the same conclusion we felt with initially, and sometimes we don't. It's the journey in the new to be curious enough to go, is this what I think it is this, and then accepting our own reaction to something
well.
that is new. Yeah.
You were talking about gardening, and I've got some planters on my patio, and we had a really wet period there. So some of my plants went bing, some of them were like, ah. And now I'm like, I'm not sure what plant this is. So most of my plants are herbs. So in waiting for them to grow, I'm granted the opportunity to be doing, the sniff and taste test to see what's what. And then I'm going to be taking them to a friend of mine who has a larger plot to put them on because I want them to grow, and in letting go of my creation and gifting it forward.
I, I
Wow.
I have to grab this. I've been waiting for this. So you can talk for just a minute, all right?
Cool. Cool. Yeah, Kitty and I flow like a river. It's really cool. I think that's one of the greatest things about friendships. So when we're looking at growing anything and nurturing it, we water it, right? We protect it, we give it sunlight, and we trust that what's happening beneath the surface is just as important as what we can see above the ground. And I think we often forget to offer ourselves the same patience. Like, how often do you force yourself to grow? Right? It's just this grow. And we're so viciously violent with ourselves. I've got so many things that I'm creating right now, and it is the excitement of the creation and then the understanding of letting these things come to surface. I just finished the first edit on the second memoir. Very excited about that. So wrote my letter to my publisher to let her know that. And now I'm waiting for my next meeting with my editor to finalize the connections because I took my beautiful writing, dropped it into chat, and my editor is like, you use chat. I'm like, yeah. She goes, do you have the original? No. Okay. So then she took my videos, brought that spoken language into chat so that chat could understand who I was and merge the two together. So now is the understanding that I saved so much time and money, right? With chat. Well, I now had to look at a different payment structure for my editor and accept that without becoming frustrated.
Hmm.
It was a moment. It was a moment.
Well, it is nurturing the new. What we learn, we try to build our capacity, our capability by being curious, asking. And there are things that just show up that are new, that are here to teach us. Whether you knock everything on the floor to teach you something, to pay attention, or whether you try something you think would save time and space, and all of a sudden it didn't do what you exactly wanted it to do.
Well, yeah,
And,
because chat will repeat phrases. Like it will say, we water it, we protect it, we give it sunlight. It Whereas the written word is we water, protect, and give sunlight, as we trust what's happening beneath the surface is just as important as what we can see above the ground. Now that I understand this, the other books that I'm working on, because I'm working on a beautiful series that's got journaling, reflection, and what I've been talking to Spirit about forever, which is cards.
mhm.
Like, holy shit, all of this is coming together. And in that nurturing space, reading has become very important.
Ah, and did you?
Oh my God, I got goosebumps, and I got the Audible too.
Yeah, I enjoy doing them together because I can stop one, repeat it, I can highlight. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And I'm still reading this beautiful book, Angel on My Arm, The Prison Letters. So this book is a beautiful blessing because he actually published the letters he wrote in prison. And then each chapter he goes along, after a few, he puts in a chapter. And I mean, I have been highlighting this like, hey, Sean, I'm going to be sending this to you because I want you on my podcast in more ways than one. The things that he writes about, you know, prison has a way of reminding you of the unresolved personal issues. And if something is on your mind, it lingers and is hard to get past without communication. Like, what a wise, wise man. And
Mhm.
he's in a movie somewhere. We don't know where because he can't divulge that information. What an amazing man. And there's one part, Katie, I'm so excited to talk to him, because he was talking about getting 1111 on his eyelids, got lots and
Oh
lots of
my.
tats. Oh, he's got lots and lots of tats. And now I'm watching his videos and I'm like, this, right? Like, I don't see that. I don't see that tattoo. Like, did you get it? Where did you get it? And I think that's the beauty of reading memoir. We
Mhm.
want to know more. Now, this memoir, oh my God. I highly recommend this, Kitty. Beyond Brave by Sally Anderson. This precious soul at 15 years old was gang raped by over 100 men.
Oh my.
And then her husband died later in her story, in her life. And now she's got these pillars of understanding. I mean, when she showed, and this makes sense. So look at the stages of grief, and then look at the reality of the stages of grief.
Right.
It's
I was about to say
a mess.
that is a very valuable tool, by the way.
It
Draw something
is.
and how you think it should go and how it really, really looks.
Oh my
That
God. That
that
that's
confusion, yeah.
in a meal. When you're going to make a meal, and like we were planning spring rolls. And Ralph's like, we got everything. I'm like, we don't have cucumbers. Cucumbers are in there. Like, they don't have to be. So now I've got the sauce. I purchased that. I've got those ingredients. And then all of a sudden we're like, okay, we're ready. Who ate the shrimp?
Yeah,
So that constant come and go, right?
right. Uh, that rem I have a story that when my second mother and father married, my biological mother passed away, and he married a woman, my second mom, Joanne, she had 3 children. My dad had 6. And the counselor actually drew something like that. This is how you think it's going to look, but this is how it is. And the chart was like, he said, so you two have to be a unit together. It doesn't mean you agree, but it means you're going to check separately from in front of the children. Otherwise, he goes, they're going to be coming at you. And just the understanding of that kind of thing, like the stages of grief. Yes, but I do jump here and I jump there. And yes.
Oh my gosh, I was talking to my son last night. He stopped by. We're working on some paperwork. And I had him listen to a little bit of the podcast that I will be uploading maybe today. We'll see. The one that I had with Julia from Gnostic. And we were talking about the beauty of living in a family of addiction because my mom gifted me these beautiful little spoons, the travel spoons.
Mm-hmm.
And on this podcast, I'm talking about how, as a family of addicts, we look at these spoons and think, oh, they're the perfect size. Like, it's just so funny. Somebody like, oh my God, that's dysfunctional. I mean, our family is the last thing from the normal setting on a dryer or washer, right? And I'm so grateful. I don't do beige, in case anybody out there hasn't realized that.
Shocking.
Shocker,
Shocking. Yeah.
shocker.
Look at
And,
that.
and and I love that part of my life. I didn't love that part of my life when I was in the throes, literally, of domestic violence.
Mhm.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
What the aloe vera helped me with my digestion and bowel movements. She's gone. Oh my God, so good. I've really been learning a lot. My doctor is still prescribing nothing but pain medication. I went to him yesterday because my lymph nodes, so my cranial sacral massage therapist, above my neckline, there's two bumps, and I mean they're freaking big and sore. So he said these are not lymph nodes. He said this is muscle. She said it's lymph nodes. I asked about lymphatic drainage. He's like, don't do that. And I hope you're not doing that hydrocolon therapy anymore. Do you want another pill? Um, so I'm so grateful for all of this learning. I'm not grateful that I'm going through the struggle. I am grateful for what it is that the struggle is bringing up so I can learn more.
Building your capacity. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Oh
we
my God.
do. I mean, and I remember saying to my 92-year-old father, who was, I think he was 90 at the time, I take it back. He passed away at 92. He was saying something, and they always called us doll. He goes, doll, when you get to a certain age, and I looked at him and I squared off and I just said, you never stop learning, Dad. You don't get that as a pass. Sorry. So you're learning what a 90-year-old learns. You're always
Yes,
learning, you're always building capacity. There's no point we sit back and go, and I
always.
said, so, and that's the fastest path to death is to,
Well,
yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And growth has its own rhythm. So if you've
it's the
resigned
new,
yourself,
nurturing the new. Yes.
right? If you've resigned yourself to dying, you're already dead.
Right.
Right? Like how about trying just a little slow rhythm, like maybe a waltz? How about a cha-cha? I took dance lessons when I was a kid. I did the tappity tap. Emily did tap and hip hop. I did Zumba. And I was on a boat 2 weeks ago and we were learning some Latin moves. And I mean, I got some wiggle in these hips. And when you add 50 people beside me, and I've gotta like follow the leader. I'm like,
Right.
this is hard. And I loved every moment of it. Working on my own individual exercise is really helping me. Signed up for Taekwondo, still can't take it. I can't even throw a punch or remember a rhythm right now. And that's okay. Teresa's understanding of that. I only work with people who are kind, compassionate, understanding, and on fire.
Right. Right. Who who encourage the voice in my head that is kind, considerate, and on fire to be the loudest rather than feeding one
Absolutely.
of the other characters. We all have them.
Oh, I haven't even gotten into the characters of that book yet. I know that there's four. I'm so excited. Like, oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
And to really work on that Chiron wounded healer. Yes, last year was a big year for nurture. I know it's still there because it's like, and I can't take the painkillers all day long. Like bite me, buddy. It's just not possible. I still have to function.
It's so interesting. Well, I'm so glad about the aloe vera because I know it made a huge difference in my life doing
Yeah.
that with digestive herbs. And
The bitters are great.
the bitters are great. Though my physician just suggested that I eat papaya before I
Oh,
have dinner.
you can get papaya enzymes too in tablets.
Yeah, I think she said since I already take the digestive enzymes, just take
Oh,
some dried papaya before I eat to help
yeah.
stimulate. Yeah,
Well, and it's understanding. And the fire also needs wisdom because
right.
without balance, impatience. I mean, who out there is impatient? Like, holy shit balls. I was driving home yesterday, listening to your astrology this morning, and you were talking about construction and traffic. Holy balls, was I
Yeah.
deep in it? And then I was reflecting on what my doctor asked me about my neck because I've got tension from like here, like it's there. And city of Edmonton, fuck off with the potholes, right? Because I mean, do I have potential whiplash? Oh yeah, that pothole, you know, um, and yet I can't pinpoint it, and that's okay. It can become frustration, and it can leave us feeling burnt out.
Yes.
Water. How important is water, Kitty? And the water signs. Like when we continue our podcasting, jumping onto more of a nighttime platform to really dive into these cardinal, fire, mutable, people need to understand their charts.
Hmm. It's your energetic blueprint. So you don't draw a blueprint and then ignore it and build your house. You refer back to it, and that's
Right?
what this is, right? So it's an energetic blueprint,
Yeah.
and you know whether you and I realize that some people don't have any belief in it. So what would be the harm in looking what it says?
Oh, absolutely.
Um, and
Like,
it's
like I
been amazing over the years how many people will go, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "I don't know it. You you know it because this is what you signed up for. This is how the energies are."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And often, because again, adding water to that plant, sometimes the most productive thing we can do isn't another task. I've pulled a few off of my plate, so I can really focus on the ones that matter most. I'm doing a beautiful retreat in September. I can't give any information because I'm still working on the planning, the sponsorship. I got denied my 2 grants. Vafanguru, all of you. If you don't know what that means, look it up. And that's okay because I don't need to be slave to that. I can seek sponsorship for the things that I do because what I'm doing is very powerful. So the retreat is healing from loss.
Good.
Yeah, it's
It's
funny. I
so
didn't want to deal with
important.
grief
So
anymore.
important.
I didn't want to deal with grief, Kitty.
Well, who does? Nobody says, pick me, pick me.
No, no. And it's the important things, taking a walk, meaningful conversation, reading a chapter of a book, sitting with a cup of tea, taking a deep breath before responding.
Yeah. Big, deep breath.
Yeah. Well, because remember, every author wrote their first page.
Hmm.
Speaker gave their first talk.
Right.
I mean, look at our friendship. It began with one conversation.
It did. It began because of our dear friend Daphne.
Yep.
And I found her page, her jewelry, which I'm actually wearing. Um, and I contacted you because I thought I like her, and
Yes.
that's exactly. And the funniest thing was, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to. I hit a key. I hit a key. Um, the hardest thing was I got kicked off of TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got kicked off TikTok?
Yeah, you have to invite me.
Mother.
You'll have to invite me again.
There's a lot of people that want to be invited. Can't let anybody else on. Only Kitty today, boys and girls. I will be doing more on TikTok. I said that. I meant it.
Yeah.
Again, not anything else to my plate. So
You
it
know,
is.
fun. a Wednesday or an evening where we had people jump on together with us
No, we
and
have not.
have them. I can look up
Try.
their big three, and you can do just for fun. So,
Oh, absolutely. So right now, I'd like to invite everyone to ask themselves, you know, what am I nurturing? That's a big one.
oh, and let me back on again. I have to request now from you. You have to answer me.
Oh, there we go. Accept.
There we go. I'm
There we
joining in four
back
seconds.
back on. Right. So invite yourself to ask, what am I nurturing? It's so important. Am I giving my attention to what I want to grow or to what I want to leave behind?
It's very important.
Yeah,
Very important.
it really is. That's the with the um
Beautiful day today to do this.
beautiful day to do this. Beautiful, beautiful day with the retreat. That's the first thing. That first night is the fire ceremony when we identify what part of our potato salad we want to let go of. I love the potato salad analogy. It's rolling off the tongue and flying off the page like
Mhm.
crazy. Because we don't need to dump the whole potato salad of the emotional potato salad that we've built over time. We just need to figure out what it is in the salad that doesn't fit. Maybe it's radishes. Like some people like radishes in their potato salad. I don't.
Well, and as you read that book, you realize part of it is allowing other parts of the brain to weigh in on something that you think you have to let go of, that you continue to hold on to. There's a reason. One part
Yes.
of your brain may be holding on to it, and
Oh,
inviting other ones allows you to see why you're holding on to it from a different paradigm.
it's
Absolutely.
so interesting. I was dropping into Spirit before I dropped into Chat GPT this morning about a situation that I have whereby I am not allowed once again in court. How many times has this happened in my life? It's so interesting because it happened in my first memoir when I was supporting my niece, Nikita, and my sister-in-law, and I wasn't allowed to be in the courtroom. Then I was allowed in, blah, blah, blah. There's a legal case that I'm not allowed in. There's actually two right now. It's so funny. So I have to let one person be. I'm allowed to listen in on the Zoom meetings and be in court as a helper, like kind of like a scribe, and working on that same angle for the second. What do you mean? I can't take control? Me and Beth Dutton, we go, I'm on my horse, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the reality, So understanding how the law society works, doing a lot of, it's kind of like a paralegal.
Hmm.
And that's interesting, taking a backstage.
It is. I was talking just with a friend about this last night about something new in my life is as I've always been working with healing, but mainly healing for myself, and have been a teacher. And now I'm realizing that the healing I'm working with now is becoming the teaching. I'm literally teaching the healing. Um,
Yes.
because as I heal, new things come forward, and that's what I teach. That's what I share.
Right.
Everything from the word and, the parts of the brain, the ability to align. So much of this month is about the word alignment. I wish I was going to get $1 for every time I said the word align this
Yeah.
month. Because that alignment, Jeanette called it, it's a reconciliation. It's not always a reset though, because sometimes we've never accessed it. That's what we came to do.
Yes. Yes.
And so it's such an interesting, I mean, the ability to look at the same thing and have a lot of doubt about it, or be really not enthusiastic but neutral about it, is
Mhm.
what we're doing right now. you know
Mhm.
since I don't know, and since I really have realized that the world that exists for me is already in my head, what I find myself saying, like when everything dumped this morning, as silly as that was, why am I so upset about the fact that it dumped? It
Yeah.
brought me something. Let me
Mhm.
accept that. And all of a sudden it just went away, picked it up. It wasn't like, oh, when you get really
Oh, My God, I've got a viewer here on TikTok, Angelina, and Angie and I have known each other since high school, and Angie's story is beyond. I mean, it's beyond mine because it's different from mine. The loss that she encompassed, and now her company is called Her Positive Legacy, and there's so much beauty in that, right? And I'm not Angie. Angie ain't me. I mean, she's my Asian connection. We laugh about things like that. And there's a beauty in that because she's got that Asian culture of, I can't believe that you are,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It's very interesting. So looking forward to so much in my future. And the more that I look forward, the less that I get trapped in that pull. Because
Right.
that's where fear is. Fear is often pulling us from behind. Stop.
It pulls us from behind, and unless we can anchor ourselves in the present to look forward, I
Mhm.
love the saying that says, um, "Look, you need to look forward. Don't look back. You're not going that way anyway." You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and I am realizing that when I look forward and when I'm very anchored in the present to know that things are all right, when something comes up for me that's happened in the past, I can shift the energy around that.
Isn't that interesting? Ralph and I were talking because I was going to drive to Kelowna, and that was my thought because I've got a bunch of things I want to bring, right? Solve everything now. And he's like, babe, you can use Chance or Jesse's truck. Like they're not driving to Euro Disney.
Yeah.
Oh. And then I mentioned to my doctor my trip, and he's like, you can't drive. So it was like this foresight. And
Hmm.
then there's Nance in the middle going, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. Yeah. I can do
Yeah.
whatever I want. Not really. And sometimes I say to myself, but do you want to do whatever you want? No, because there are moments where I'm not able to see. And thankfully, one of those other characters in my brain steps in and says, just stop for a minute.
Absolutely. I was watching a beautiful documentary that was tapping into the multiple personalities. And that was just beautiful, seeing that and understanding that from a new reflection. Well, I got a boogie because Ralph turned off the chiller. So the heat is probably like at 28 in here. I'm melting.
It's warm. All right. So won't be next week.
Yes.
We'll return the week after because like I said, I'll be in Quebec. And then you'll be on the road though.
I
The
will
week
be on the road. And while I'm on the road, the internet is interesting. Um, I'm working on it.
So it might be a couple weeks before we're back, but we'll be back.
But we'll be back. So, hey, everybody, thank you so
Take
much for
care.
tuning in. Those of you on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hype. Such a cool button. Oh my God.
I found it for the first time.
Isn't it just, it boosts you up. Like I bumped up a friend's video and wow. And that's what we do for friends.
Oh, then you should do that for me on Storytelling Astrologist on YouTube.
On YouTube, that's right.
I do have a YouTube channel. I record on TikTok, but I upload to YouTube. Um,
Yeah.
and then I share it on Facebook as well. But and like I said, I'm not on Facebook, but I am under Storytelling Astrologist on Facebook and it's one word,
We're just going to
storytelling.
get you on Recover Your Joy. I'll make you an admin or something.
Okay. Well, and I can do that for Intuition of the Soul. So Intuition Soul is my group.
Look at
So
all this possibility. Rock and roll. Okay,
all
love you guys to the moon and
right.
back.
Namaste.
Namaste. Have a good one.